one, and you have to come to a point in your life where you go, I'm not the young one anymore.
Yeah, I'm not.
I think I've struggled with that because I was always the youngest to do what I do, and now it's just like I'm just trying to be good at what I do instead of being the youngest.
Yep.
But what would you say are the best things about getting older? Because I have a list here. They've asked people. In your opinion, what's the best thing about getting older?
Wisdom, life experience, being able, more confidence, navigating yourself in a different way than you were when you were younger.
I just think for me, it's knowing what crap matters and what doesn't.
Yeah,
Like to boil it down.
That's
like
wisdom.
I don't spend near as much time on the bull crap anymore. And sometimes I do wade over into it occasionally, but then I'm like, oh yeah, I don't like it here. I don't like the bull crap. I don't like the bull crap of trying to impress people. I don't need to impress. I don't need to. Like when you get older, dang it, you just wish you knew this when you were 25.
Yeah.
And I think people told me and I still didn't listen. But you just don't, you're just like, this is BS. Don't need to be around this situation or those people and I'm good. So for me, that's what it is. On this list, not caring about what others think, that's a big one as you get older. Also, as you get older, you just don't have time to care about what others think.
Yeah.
When you're 22, you got all the time in the world, basically. And you do, and it's image, and it's... But not caring about what others think is a big one.
That's still very difficult. I think what happens with age, though, is you learn the tools and you learn how to shut that down. It's not that it doesn't pop into your head, because I think some of us naturally tend to care
All
what
of
other
us
people
tend
think.
to care.
Yes.
I think we just weight it differently, and we can talk ourselves out of caring.
But then it's like, recognize, okay, that's noise. I need to compartmentalize that somewhere in my brain, acknowledge it, and move on.
Feeling more confident.
Yes.
You're not confident?
I'm confident in the skills that I've developed. As a human being, I think I've grown less confident because the older and smarter I get, the more I realize I don't know anything. And everything I was taught to believe at a young age, I was kind of indoctrinated, which we all are, and that I only believe what I believe because I was told to believe it. And there's that spot where you start to go, for me, it was around 32, 33, where I'm like, oh man, just because I grew up in that doesn't mean that that's still what represents me. So it's like the Socrates situation where he travels around to find the smartest guy, and you realize that he was the smartest guy because he was the dumbest guy. He was like, I know nothing. And that's the key to being smart, is knowing nothing. I am so not confident, but I think it's because I've learned about what I now know I'm not good at.
I guess it depends on which category you put the confidence in, because I feel
my
like
butt, A+. I've been in a lot of squats. Yeah, a lot of squats.
Well, like if you're like when you're doing your thing, like where it's your time to shine, like you're on stage, you've got a microphone, like I feel like you exude confidence, like you own it. You know, maybe because you say you don't know what you're doing, you know exactly what you're doing. But to me, you're confident out there.
Okay, fair. I mean, in life.
Yeah.
Like now, I'm married. I have no confidence that I know how to navigate a marriage.
Right.
You're newly
And that'll
married.
happen once you become a dad. You're going to be like,
I'm
I
scared
have
to death
no
of
idea.
that. I have no idea. I had bad mentors to no fault of their own, but my parents it was not a good situation. So the next one is acquiring more physical things when you get older. Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah. It's too much.
Yeah, my house is awesome. I'm good. I'm all good there. I can pay my bills, until, again, 28, 29. I worried about paying my bills because I grew up poor as crap. As you get older, you start to also realize what you're good at, what you can push toward, and how you can receive your benefits. If it's, you're investing in your family, you're investing in your job to make money. But yes, I would agree with that. That's an easy one. I got nicer shoes for her. Life experiences.
Yeah, that's what I was going to put under there. Some of them hard, some of them amazing, but even from the hard ones, you can grow.
Yeah, for me, I wonder, because I have invested so much in my career. I've probably got some pretty cool life experiences. But I also don't have that many life experiences. Like, I've done a lot of really cool things when it comes to... My career has allowed me to go a lot of places, do a lot of cool... But when it comes to life experiences, I'm just now getting started. I'm like a 24-year-old because I've never been married, no kids, never been engaged, never loved anybody. So it's like I'm a kid in that aspect where I feel like I'm a little... immature in life experiences, like life experiences.
Like not like singing on the stage with Garth Brooks.
Done all that. Hey,
right.
and who cares, right? Done all that. But I do feel like my maturation process is just starting in that life experiences mode. So for me, that's not it. But let's also be honest. I look like I'm 25.
Yeah, okay.
It's weird though, because you look in the mirror every day. You don't really see yourself getting older. But sometimes when you look at a picture of you 15 years ago, you go, ooh.
Or when someone calls you sir all the time, yes.
I don't mind. I mean, I don't know. I get, the sir ma'am thing is a little weird. But to me now, it's mainly, I deal with this every day, even like if I'm picking up my daughter from school and I see a 16-year-old driving. They just look so little. That's what makes me really feel old is I'm now that person.
Never likes to hear that term.
Okay, it could be a girl. Well, whatever. They look young.
Yeah.
That's
Didn't
what
get it, Bones.
makes, because yes, I feel like, oh, I'm young, I'm fine. And then I'm like, why is that child in a car? Oh, they're 16.
And I always find a way to make it seem like I'm still like at the top of my game. You know? I'm not quite to Toby Keith yet. I'm not as good as I once was, but I'm as good at least once as I ever was. I'm not quite there, but I can feel myself getting there.
This is a Bobby Bones Show.